As we continue paying tribute to the late Moses Molelekwa, our second music guest this morning is one countless number of artists whose music was influenced by the late Moses Taiwa Molelekwa. It's also gone on to shape the kind of teacher and mentor she's become to many young music students in Cape Town. The 25-year-old multi-talented Cape Town-born artist has just released her double-sided debut album titled Intyatyambo in December last year. Fiesty Pianist Thembelihle Dunjana joins me now on Zoom to pay tribute to Moses Molelekwa and to take us through her double-sided record, with the first side showcasing her singer, songwriter and producer side. Thembelihle, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
When were you first introduced to the sounds of the legendary Moses Taiwa Molelekwa?
Not too long ago. It was about, I'd say 3 years or so, when I was about in my third or fourth year, second or third year, I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Okay. And how has his music shaped the artist that you are today?
Man, I think for me, what Moses Molelekwa allowed me to be, in a sense where his music was so close to home, in as much as he was speaking in the jazz language.
Yeah.
It was very much close to home, pulling on styles like umbaqanga, and even continental African music in a jazz element. So it kind of gave me that space to be myself, to be who I am.
Yes.
In jazz music. So that's why his music really resonated for me personally.
Why do you think his music lives on so many years after it was created?
I think his music is really authentic. It's raw. It's not trying to be anything else but who he is, who he was. It really showcases South Africanness or Africanness, even within a jazz context. It's unique in that way, and we know when someone is honest, when something is unique, truth always rings for many hearts. So I think that may be one of the reasons.
Sure. Speak to us about your musical journey, where it all began for you, and what was it about the piano that spoke to your soul?
I think for me, the piano was the fact that you can play many notes at the same time. The harmonizing of the notes gives you like room to create many different kinds of sounds. And I like having options. So I think that was the main thing. It's such a grand instrument, you can't not be attracted to it.
Indeed.
So yeah, that was the main thing for me.
Okay, let's talk about your own music. What makes it stand out? I mean, what makes it a cut above the rest?
Yeah, I think I draw on a lot of different types of genres. I had a need to release a double disc album because I wasn't only resonating with the South African jazz context or just a singer kind of songwriter style. I love Kwaito music, I love African music, and I love hip hop. And I really wanted to showcase both sides of that. I also really love to sing as much as I'm a piano player. So the first side, I decided to make it a soulful R&B or Afro-pop amalgamation of that. And then the second side is more of an instrumental South African jazz style, just to showcase that. So I think that's what makes my music unique. It's just that I draw a lot of different kinds of inspiration within my music.
And you are quoted as saying, the album is a journey. You will really get to know who I am through this album. Tell us more about this, Thembelihle. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I try to be as honest in my music as possible. Drawing from things that have happened in my life, changes and revelations that I've gotten in becoming, a person. Because while I was writing the music, I was quite young. I don't know. I've been writing music since I started varsity, basically. So between the ages of 18 and 19. So it's really just a journey of who I've become as a person, up to music that I probably literally wrote like a month before I recorded. So really just a journey of my life through music.
Okay. And what's the significance of the title Intyatyambo, and why a double album?
So Intyatyambo means, it means a flower or in blossom or to blossom. And that's just how I view myself, someone who is in blossom, who's coming out, who's learning, who's growing. And it gives me a visual of yellow and brightness, and that's always something that I'm leaning toward. So, there's always deep, dark places sometimes you can find yourself in, but through that, there's always change, there's always light. And I wanted to title that album because I would hope that it would bring that for someone else.
Okay.
And as I said before, the double album was because I have an array of styles which I felt a need to put into 2 CDs because I have 2 sides to myself. Mm-hmm. One who likes to focus on singing and one who loves to be like a jazz piano lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what is Moses Molelekwa's biggest song, according to you, that is close to your heart? And why does this particular song define him or stand out for you?
Oh, wow. I have to say it's Finding Oneself. I don't know if it's as popular as the other ones, but for me, it's such a definitive song because just the title itself, it's a song speaking about, or when you listen to it, for me, it's a journey of really asking yourself, who are you? What you have to bring to the table? Because I think sometimes we can be jaded by, society, I guess, and people in our lives who expect us to be a certain way. And I think music is a wonderful vessel to be able to express yourself honestly. So Finding Oneself is just, that title itself just really draws me. And that song was also the title of his first album, Finding Oneself. The album was called that, and that was also the title track. So I really appreciate that song.
So what is that one lesson, Thembelihle, that you've learned from Moses Molelekwa that you are now applying in your life and in your music to this present day?
It's to be myself. Always, to follow my sound, and also to find my voice, It's so easy to, especially when you're learning music, to try to sound a certain way, or to sound a way in which that you think you should be sounding. So for me, as I said in the beginning, he really, really gave me a voice, or a space to have a voice in the jazz realm, because he was so authentic and so himself, that he has inspired me to be that. And he has also taught me to remind my learners when I teach them to be the same. As much as I can teach them theoretical things about music, it's always important for me to always give them the room and the space to find their own voices, their own way of playing music. So that's definitely one of the things that I've taken.
All right, Thembelihle, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for your time. And how do your fans connect with you?
So Thembelihle Dunjana, you can find me on Facebook. Thembelihle_Dunjana on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Thembelihle, do have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
There we go. That was multi-talented Cape Town-born artist Thembelihle Dunjana speaking to us about her double-sided debut album titled Intyatyambo, and the late Moses Taiwa Molelekwa shaped the artist that she is today.